All right, what's up, y'all? Let's talk about the Street Profits, man. Um, I have been a huge advocate for breaking the Street Profits up because I do believe that Dawkins and Montez Ford will do great as being solo superstars. But I ain't gonna lie, Triple H has been acting like they are just like there as far as booking them on the main roster. Triple H has not done a good job with making the Street Profits, worth something. The last time I think he really cared about them is like WrestleMania 40 when he had him in the Pride with Bobby Lashley, because they won that match. And like when I saw that, obviously we didn't know that Bob was going to end up going to AEW, or at least I didn't know. I thought this was going to be like, okay, they're going to put some effort into the Profits. They might win the championships, you know what I'm saying? They might go somewhere. And their booking has just been like, we're going to put you in a contenders match and you're going to lose. You're going to get right close and we're going to rip it from you every single time. Eventually that causes some frustration, you know? Because I ain't going to lie. There was no reason why Tangaloa and the Bloodline had to be tag team champions. They did nothing with those belts. They just had them for the purpose of the storyline. They did nothing with those belts. So now the Machine Guns have them. I think the Machine Guns are going to be great champions. If you don't have the Profits beat the Guns or something like that, break the tag team up. Break them up. I don't want Montez and Angelo to go to AEW. I don't trust Tony Khan more than I trust Triple H with the Street Profits. Only thing Tony Khan gonna do is make the Profits look like they're the best tag team in the history of tag teams for about a month, and then forget about them. And then they'll be wrestling the Dark Order on a freaking Rampage. Anybody trying to see that? The Profits should stay right here in the WWE. And if they're not a tag team, separate them. You don't have to do a heel turn, a mutual breakup storyline. It's very easy to do. Hey, we losing a lot. Let's try something different. I go my way, you go your way. One day we'll come back together. Montez on SmackDown, Dawkins on Raw, and have them go for the mid-card and or world championships. And let them build their own stock up as solo stars. And if you want to put them back together in the future, you can do that too. You can have them have a match against each other at WrestleMania. You can build something to where you could do a whole tournament and have it just magically, it looks like Montez is going to have to fight Dawkins. And you could just do it like that. You can make it organic. But it seems like Triple H doesn't even want to do that. And it's like, bro, there's so many storylines. You can run with the storyline of how a lot of the fans look at Montez as a solo star and keep overlooking Dawkins. You can run that storyline too. And have Dawkins win a championship before Montez, and now Montez is like, everyone thought I was going to be the man. I'm frustrated because I'm still losing. And then turn on Dawkins. If you want to do that, you can do that too. There's so many ways you can make the Street Profits worth something on this main roster if you don't want to put the belts on them. It's literally about creative. It's literally about making sure that your creative is fully invested into them as a team and as two superstars, because they're so good. They're way, way, way too good to be treated as if they're just a regular old tag team, because they're not. They're amazing. They've been around for this long and the crowd still cares about them. They still have amazing matches. What else do you want from a tag team? As a tag team, what do the Street Profits don't have? Besides wins. They have everything else. They have the charisma, they have the ability, they have the match quality, they have the attention of the crowd. They have everything that you would want from a tag team. So why aren't they being treated as such? Why are they being treated as if they just, no one cares? It shouldn't be like that. They're worth much, much more than that. And I don't want them to go to a different company, because the different company, all they're going to do is pipe them up for a little bit and then drop them right back down. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Everything that you need as far as assets with this team, it's right there in front of you, Triple H. It's literally right there in front of you. I'm giving you storyline ideas. It's not hard to figure out what to do with this tag team if you don't want to put the belts on them, but if you want to still keep interest in them. It's not hard to do at all. In fact, some will say it's easy. So just try, just the effort. At least try to make this team worth something. To make people respect this tag team again. Because people right now, I don't think they do. And if you want to run the storyline of like Montez being frustrated with creative and frustrated with how they're being booked, you can do that too. Montez Ford can articulate himself very well. If you want to have Montez come out, just break out as a solo star, you can do that too. But you got to try at least. And let's just say we're going to keep the Profits as a tag team. How are you looking at your division and not realizing you need the Profits to be there? Like you have DIY, you have the Bloodline, you have the Guns, you have Pretty Deadly. You need the Profits to be a successful tag team. They're that good. To me, they put on the best match. As long as the Usos were champion, the Profits had the best match with them. That Money in the Bank match was excellent. The SummerSlam match was not as good at all, but that Money in the Bank match was top tier. So I don't know how they put on that match and you don't even think to be like, maybe they still have a run left in them. But the way Triple H books the Profits, it's like they're getting slower when it seems like they're just getting quicker and stronger. And people start to care about them more. Like you would think that they're slowing down, but they're not slowing down. In fact, they're speeding up. So I'll be like, what is Triple H not like? What is he looking at? What show is he watching? Because it ain't this one. You feel me? How is he looking at the Profits and not saying, put the belts on them? I'm not saying super, mega, ultra, super push, but damn. Not like that. You can't just have them just floating like this, you know? You can't just have them floating like this. They're too good for that. And like I said, if you don't want them as a tag team, that's cool. Separate them. They are still too good to be just sitting on the sideline. It's so frustrating for me because I want them to be successful so bad, but it's like I can't do much, you know? Don't you think a Montez Ford and a Carmelo Hayes promo feud will be excellent? Forget the match. Them just talking to one another. Angelo Dawkins can be an extremely sustainable intercontinental champion. Shit, if you build him up the right way, he could be a world champion too. If you build him up the right way. But I don't even know if they're going to do that because it seems like they're just not fully invested or halfway invested. It just seems like they're just, they're the Profits, you know what I'm saying? And they're way too good to be just They're way too be good. They're way too good. I can't even say it. I can't even formulate the sentence. They're way too good to just be looked at like an afterthought. You know? So now it's like, where do you go from here? I ain't gonna lie, Triple H, break them up. Mutual breakup. It's very obvious that you don't see them as tag team champions anymore. Mutual breakup. And you do it on Netflix. So one stays on Netflix, one goes to Raw, one goes to SmackDown. Shit. Send one to NXT if you want to. And then just work from there. And then work your way up. The money will make itself. Because people already invested into the two of them as a team. They're not going to just start booing Dawkins or booing Montez. Especially if the breakup doesn't require a heel turn and or a boo, So just go with it. It ain't going to hurt nothing. In fact, I think it would add more. Of course, you're losing a tag team, but you're gaining two stars that can take the company into the next few years because they still have a lot of good years in them. How are we not seeing this? Am I off? I don't think I'm off. This is crazy, man. But hey, man, listen, y'all let me know how you guys feel about the Profits, man. I think that you should break them up. Do you think they should still be a team? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think Triple H is doing wrong with the Profits? Because I know what I think, but even what I think is very surface level. I just think that he doesn't see much more, like much in them anymore. You know, I don't think he cares about the Profits anymore. So I hope it's not nothing worse than that. I don't know what could be worse than that, but I hope it's not anything worse than that. But I'm disappointed. Hopefully Triple H fixes it. If not, it's tough. It's tough, man. Y'all let me know in the comments down below, man. If you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. If you haven't already, comment down below. Kind of video you want me to do next. They said, I love you guys. Praise God. And I will see you in the next video, man.